Okay. Um, I'll actually start this stream now. Okay. So I wanted to quickly analyze gold and other currency pairs that I was looking for. And right here, you see a very similar pattern that I had shared a few weeks ago, right? If you focus carefully on this, you will see that whenever we've had a big sell off followed by an insider bar, followed by a big sell off insider bar, you tend to see a very crazy momentum, right? So this is gold on daily chart. Let's actually go here and see this. Black screen, is it? I'm already sharing screen. I don't know why is it black. Just one second. Let me. Can you see the screen now? Yeah. Okay. Great. Yeah. So earlier I was talking about this. The tweet that I had made recently. Right here, you will see we've had a big sell-off followed by an inside bar. Basically, price trading right inside that sell range, followed by a very good momentum. Right again, this is Jan 27, 28 approximately. You've seen a big sell-off followed by an insider bar, followed by a very good momentum. Right. Let's do this tab again. Yeah. So this is what I was talking about. You see a big sell-off. Now let me mark the high and low of that candle. Right, the immediate next candle to it, you will see that it is an insider bar, which means price is trading right inside the range of the sell candle, right? And followed by a very good momentum again. Very similar price action here. You will see I mark the low, I mark the high of the sell off candle. Next candle is an insider bar, followed by a very crazy momentum once again, right? And again, here we have a very big sell off. I mark the low, I will mark the high, and you see we have an insider bar once again. So you technically, based on this pattern, you can expect a very good momentum coming ahead, right? So my plan originally was to enter approximately into the 50% or the open price of previous day, which happens to be here, right? But on a 4 hour time frame, it's nothing very clean, and that is why I'm still really not very certain about this trade. Because again, my based on my time analysis, it has confused me, to be honest. Because 11th and 12th, I expected a top or a bottom to be formed, and we've got a top. We've also got a bottom. This is 12th of Feb. This is 11th. And based on my time analysis, if you guys follow me on Telegram, you will know this, what I'm talking about. So this is what happened, and we are currently still inside that range. So I did mention this earlier, last Friday itself, I guess, that as long as we are going to stay inside this range, this is going to be very bad for trading. You will need sorry, you will need more price action, some more clarity, and then we can get cleaner trades. So right now on H1 time frame, it's very simple. We've formed a sell range and a pullback on the upside, followed by a break on the upside once again. So as long as this low is protected, technically speaking, price should do something like this, right? And then maybe I would try to risk a small percentage. uh, that could be one scenario. Let's In the meantime, as of now, I guess there's nothing much happening on gold. Okay, it's close to 12. I guess once we break this low, you can see a downward move, something like this. Right, so I'm expecting price to at least retrace back into 2900 odd levels. So that is pretty much why I'm still not comfortable to either long or to even short right now, because we don't know how far can we really go, right, before we actually try to dump. So maybe if we breach this low, then it might make sense to take a shot. Otherwise, as of now, I guess it's best we just stay alert, and pretty much by doing nothing, you'll save yourself quite some cash. Okay, so this is another DXY. What I was looking at is this. I You can expect DXY to head 107.5 odd levels, but overall my target is going to be 105. So I think we can potentially hit that, maybe this week, maybe the coming week. But overall, I am bearish on DXY. So which of course means that we will be bullish on Euro USD and GBP USD, right? So now let's go on a weekly time frame and see what do we have. So on a weekly time frame, we have been in a very crazy sideways trend for quite few years now, and after going on the downside, we are accumulating on the lower end, right? Which means a pullback is very much likely to be seen in the coming weeks. However, let's focus on what can we get today. So based on today, what can we do? We can mark this fair value gap right here. You will see there's a fair value gap present. So you can expect some partial reaction right into this zone. And if you get any healthy confirmation, you never know if price is really if price action is really very good and the volume is very nice, you can expect price to at least go to 1.05 odd levels, right? This high, or maybe at least this high. So that is pretty much my bias on euro, and I would personally like a lot if we could retest this zone approximately. Reason is very simple. We came back down here after pulling back. We've made a high, a higher low, and a higher high, right? So based off this range right now, 50% comes somewhere here. So that is the only logic why I want price to ideally retrace up to 1.04 odd levels, so that we can get very good and discounted longs, just to target the previous high or maybe a high above that, right? So that is very simple logic that I have, and your stop could be this low. It's either a simple 1 to 1 that you do, or maybe 1.5, right? Lower your risk reward, and the better the odds that you will hit target. And this advice is for people who think they have good accuracy, or who think they have a good understanding of price action, or at least can gauge the direction correctly on whatever pair that they wish to trade, right? Let's check GBP USD, if at all you guys don't have any concerns or any doubts on Euro or DXY. So on GU, very clearly, if I were to mark the fair value gap, it's right here. Quite a big range, if I'm not wrong, almost 0.7%. And so it, it's not very likely, that, just 1 second. It's not very likely that we will test this 0.5%, sorry. It's not very likely that we'll test it all the way through or here, right here. What are you expecting tariff impact on gold? Let's come to that. So that is why I was actually not very certain on my gold long, because if again there is like heavy tariff imposed, you don't know what exactly. I think Trump's speech is today, if I'm not wrong. It's tomorrow. It's tomorrow. So yeah. Anyway, we'll come to gold. Right here we have this fair value gap on a 4-hour time frame. If I were to refine this, then I would prefer approximately this zone. Yeah, this makes much sense. Very simple. Resistance formed, price broke right out of it, and you can expect a retest. Once your support is formed, you can again take a long. So overall, I'm bullish on this. Same goes with euro as well. So that's pretty much my bias. And finally, let's take a quick look on silver. So silver, very interesting price action. If you guys remember, I called out the long. With this as the stop, somewhere here was the entry, and 31.9 odd levels, and 33.1 was my target, somewhere around here. And that Friday was a very crazy day. We rejected all the way back down here, and as of yesterday, I guess it was the first time on silver where we officially managed to close above this high, right? uh, all this time, see, we could not close above this only until yesterday. So this does mean something, that silver might be ready to push higher. However, looking at the 4-hour time frame right now, this is of very much importance to me. So idea is very simple. You wait for price to come back into the discounted levels, which we've already tapped right here, 0.62. That is where we are forming some very good support. So I think a very simple logic to trade this would be, once you get a 4-hour close above this, above these high, any 4-hour close above this high, that would be a good sign for us to take a long all the way back to this high and maybe even higher. So that is pretty much what I'm looking at on silver. Overall, I'm bullish. However, if today we fail to do that, or maybe let's say we fail to uh, we fail a 4-hour candle to close above, and instead we close below this, then that would be a concerning sign. Basically, something like this then might happen, right? So this is a very crucial range. We either will pump high, very high, or we can see a very good dump on the downside. So that is pretty much why I'm advising to stay low risk this entire week, because it is going to be tricky for sure. Now, finally, let's come back at gold. So let's see if we have anything on intraday basis. Yeah, a risky one might have played out a little, but we want to be sure. So for that, I would like a break and close below this. And apart from that, if I were to check FX chart, the price action here looks pretty much weird, because the 4 are a very good insight, by the way. You will like this, most of you will enjoy this. So whenever you see a candle, okay, especially a 1 hour or a 4-hour candle, which has zero to no wick, right, barely any wick over here, you can see. So most of the times, These candles, even if they close bullish, the next one will come, try to grab a little bit of liquidity, and then if it wishes to pump higher, it will. Otherwise, it will, at least you can keep this one thing in mind, that there's a very high probability price will come back and grab this low, because there is no wick present over here. I will show you a lot of examples. Let's see. See, the zero to no wick price did go higher, but after that, see, we came back just to sweep that, and then we continued higher, right? So look at any candle. If it's bullish, are supposed to look at the low. If it's bearish, you're supposed to look at the high. Okay. So look at this. Barely any wick on the bullish candle. Price went all the way back down and then pumped higher. Okay, look at this. The bearish example. On the upside, we have barely any wick. Next candle decides to take this out and then dump lower. All right. So you can actually use this trick as well on an intraday basis. You can, wait for any 4-hour candle. For example, here we have this 4-hour candle on FX chart, which will close in about 22 minutes. So what you can do is, instead of taking a short, and you can actually just wait for price to give you any buying confirmation below 2902, and then you can, with a very small risk, you can just keep it open and see, at least it can go back up to the 4-hour high, and that's still a very good. Let's say even if you get along directly at the low, that's still a good 100 pips or 120 pip trade, right? And the same thing would work on daily also, 15 minutes also, but I'm trying to stick to the bigger time frame and show you it works on majority of them. See, now this example here is where it did not care to sweep this, right? So as they say, right, not everything in the market is 100% proven. A lot of things work and sometimes they don't, but here it did work. Even here it did not work, right? So that is why I suggest not to short, but to wait for price. If it comes here, then it is best chance to take a long, because that way you are risking very less. Because if you look at this as a short opportunity here, you don't know how high price will actually like to go first before it decides to take out this low. Get my point? So similarly, you'll see a lot of examples, plenty of them. Price decides to take it off, and see, we see a very good momentum right after that. And even if you get along somewhere around at the low, as I said, it's a still $100 move, or 100 pip move that you get. See, all zero to no wick, which means this is going to be a good sell area. See, price went back up, gave you whatever confirmation you wanted, and then a very good dump on the downside. So yeah, these are just like very minute observations over a period of 3 4 years, 5 years of me watching gold. That is how I've slowly steadily made these observations. Overall, I personally believe it's best to avoid gold as long as we don't have a daily close above this, or we don't have a daily close below this. In saying that, I just showed you that in the beginning of this live stream, that a big sell-off candle followed by a inside bar. Basically, let's say this is a any candle. And if price, let's say this is a bearish candle, price will open here and will trade right inside the range of this candle, which essentially means there is consolidation happening and a reversal might take place. Okay, so this is pretty much what a insider bar looks like. And if we were to take a bullish example, let's say this is a bullish bar and this is an insider bar inside that bullish candle, this is a bearish candle, right? So this is an insider bar and you can expect price to dump further if at all it's a proven thing, right? For example, here see, it's a bullish candle followed by an insider bar, and you got a very small move though, 100 pip move on the downside, right? So yeah, you just need to back test this. I have the bullish variant of this back tested, wherein you see a very crazy sell off candle followed by an insider bar, and you see very good momentum. So even if you follow this simple strategy altogether, you will see very good results. So technically speaking, once this is confirmed, that is where your long is actually triggered. And then you can, the minimum you can target is the high of this candle, which still comes to 1 to 2. And after, since we are in a very mad bull run, you can even keep a 1 to 3 target, which is 2965. And word has been out since past, I would say, quite some months, that gold might hit $3,000. So if that happens, then this could potentially turn into a 1 is to 4 or 5, 4.5 trade approximately, right? So yeah, you can risk a very small percentage even if you trade this now with this as the stop loss. And even if you were to take the first target right here, you still manage to get a decent 1 is to 1. And we just discussed that price might come to 2902 approximately. So yeah, even that would help you get at least 1 to 1.5 risk to reward ratio, right? So yeah, I hope you guys found the video helpful. If you have any doubts, please let me know in the comments. Before people watching, if not, then we can end the live stream. Anybody? Nothing? No doubts? No idea? Thank you, man. Thank you. Thank you for joining in. I hope you found some value out of it. All right, then. I'll end the stream. Thank you so much for joining in, guys. Means a lot. Bye bye.